Hello everyone, I'm Happy Vader, tuning in from Argent Media. Thanks for joining us today, and my focus at this point is just grinding up gear for characters. So, probably going to do a time-lapse video, but we're going to jump right in. So once again, just kind of checking objectives, just taking a look, seeing what needs to be paid attention to. Okay. Yeah. Can absolutely get that done. So again, I'm going to go hard on Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. Just keep farming. It's going to be my primary tank. And the thing that I most enjoy about this tank is the do or die. So Pathfinder has any buffs whatsoever. When they get defeated, they're revived. Not a lot of health, not in the beginning, but it makes such a huge difference having somebody that's constantly just hanging on there. And when you're doing something like Galactic War, where it's really a run of endurance, it's gotten me so far. Now, I think the teams that I'm going for will not get me to Galactic War completion consistently, at least not until I have Mon Mothma. The light side team is really there for the Galactic War, and I just think it's such a cool idea. So, props to the devs for putting this together. It's been a blast. With that said, the other team, the Imperial Troopers, I just think that's just such a fun team. I mean, both of these teams aren't really complete until you have Zetas, and Zetas don't really happen until level 80 plus. So it'll be a while, and we're going to be stuck with these compositions for a while. No telling how far I'll take the series, but at least this way we can get things started, and I can kind of show you my alternate way to start the account. I've had a lot of fun with this when in my testing, so just wanted to see how far we can take this. My recommendation, of course, still stands. Check out other videos. Many talented YouTubers out there who make amazing content. Discuss their ideas and their in-depth reviews on ideal starts and farming paths and where to go. The reason why the Phoenix Squad is so popular is it's so easily accessible. It's every character is available perhaps within the first day or two that you need to farm a complete team for. And with the teams that I'm going for, Mon Mothma, Piet, and those, they are new characters. So the way this game is now is double drops occur on characters that are a year or older, that have been in the game for a year or longer. So Mon Mothma and Piet, at the time of my recording this video, have both been released within a year. So single drops, which is rough. The double drop was one of perhaps not the best quality of life changes that have been implemented into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So it'll be a challenge, but again, that's what we're doing here. Actually gonna go for POW first. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for POW first, just to have that character unlocked earlier, so I can start gearing them, and then, you know, it just kind of rolls from there. So let's begin work on the dark side team. Cheat a little bit. I think the 200 sim tickets is new. I don't remember getting sim tickets like that, so yeah. I'll go ahead and do some sims. That'll really speed this up. That's so welcome. Nice. Let's go ahead and do a challenge. Yeah, let's do this. Nice thing about challenges is there's no penalty for failure. Can't do the run? Well, alright. Gear up and come back later. They do rotate. Sorry, they do rotate daily. And they follow a daily schedule. So you'll always know when a certain challenge will become available. And they're all available on Sundays. So, start of the week, all the challenges. It's very nice. Considering how spongy the enemy is, I'm thinking we're going to be in for a little bit of a haul here. Makes me glad that we brought some healers. 2 healers, 2 tanks. Should be able to help control the situation in the end there. Here we go. Oh yeah, Darth Vader. Get a taunt up. There it is. That's the revive we want. Heal. And again, Pathfinder applied another buff on themselves just from a basic. Not 100% guaranteed, but it does help with that survivability. And there you go. Perfect. Can't wait till we get better abilities. Okay. yeah, I think I might just continue on this theme of simming for the gear that we need. 200 sims. Sim take. I know I keep making a big deal out of that, but that's huge. So at this point, I would normally have 25 sim tickets, even after I just simmed all those things. Those 25 tickets, I mean, you get more from crystal refreshes, but when you run out of sim tickets, the crunch is real. That's when you're just trying to just get somewhere. So, not a huge fan of Royal Guard, but Royal Guard's an amazing tank in the beginning. So again, it's like the Clone War Chewbacca situation. Just getting the character geared up so that they can actually be a decent tank, which we'll need. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Can't really do much. So here's what we can do. Revisit the quest. Also, when you're starting out, challenges have a cooldown timer, so we still have another 7-ish minutes, almost 8 minutes before we can do that again. So when you fall into a routine, it really does help being able to do things in steps. So start with the challenge, do a squad arena, we'll get there eventually. Work on Galactic War, do sims for character farming. Go back and do a challenge. Continue with Galactic War. You find a rhythm, you find a pattern that you can fall into, and you'll make it work. I going at this game hardcore, my version of hardcore is that you get all of the dailies and everything done every single day. That takes typically about an hour once you start unlocking those other game features. At the end, when you reach level 85, that's kind of where the end game begins. And you're able to sim without any trouble. The cooldowns, the timers that you have to wait on, that gets condensed. So it goes from something like 8 to 10 minutes down to something about 5 seconds, which is crazy when you think about it. The only thing that doesn't really change is Squad Arena. You have to wait. That's the PvP in this game, and that's kind of where that's the only one that remains with waiting before you can do anything else. So again, we're gonna go in here, sim some more. Now the reason why I'm going so heavy on this is I also am building that currency to where I can get POW up and running. Had I started it this morning, I would have been able to... these stores refresh every 6 hours. So a lot of these stores do. So if I had started at, say, 7 or 8 this morning, go in, get enough currency, get POW. Then noon comes along. I've done more sims, done more farming of Scarab Rebel Pathfinder, get POW again. And then when 6 o'clock my time comes around in the evening, then same thing. Boom. Day 1, you have POW unlocked. And that's kind of where you see, if you're going for a Phoenix team, same thing. You can get Chopper right there, day 1, while you're farming for one of the other Phoenix members. Very, very accessible. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is I am actually going to finish my daily activities. And even though I would rather wait until it's one of the Mon Mothma teams or the Imperial Trooper members, I'm going to go ahead and just get this done. There it is. 5 hard battles. All right. And continue on. I think I'll go ahead and just finish off this floor. And I'll show you why in a moment. Level 18. So there is a benefit to actually completing all the nodes on a floor. So just for finishing light side stage 1 hard, 15 crystals, not bad, and a Darth Vader shard. Excellent. Go ahead and take advantage of the free bronzium. Nice. Next one's in 10 minutes. Continue on. You know what? Since we have enough of the ally currencies, we'll go ahead. Throw that in. All right. And here we go. So when you reach player level 18, I think that's what we just reached, you now have access to the wide open world of the internet, the other players in the game. And what the game will do is it will match you up with other players, I believe players of similar galactic power as you, because I've noticed as I climb up, you just don't see the lower power characters as much, and it could just be a sign of the shard, the server that you join in. So there's new servers that rotate all the time. Whenever they get maxed up to, I think, 10,000 players, I'm not entirely sure on the metric, but when a certain threshold has been reached, a new server is generated and it starts all over. And being able to hop into a server early on, it gives you a massive advantage with climbing up the rankings, and that PvP ranking system gives you rewards, and those rewards are exceptional in kind of keeping this farm wheel turning as effectively and efficiently as possible, especially if you are a free-to-play player. So putting a strong emphasis on PvP climbs goes a long ways in this game. So we're going to go ahead and borrow a hero from this player who already has Ahsoka Tano. That's crazy. Either they have done an amazing job farming, got really lucky, or maybe they spent money. Either way, I will welcome Ahsoka Tano. She is a fantastic damage dealer, and she also has a healing move that, what more do you want? Damage dealer that can heal. You want a lot more. I digress. I'd say it's going pretty well. Definitely pays to gear up your characters. Excellent. Stage 2, normal. Cleared. That was the quest. Scavenger array. Alright. I think I'm gonna stop there for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you for the next time when we try to tackle on further challenges. It's really just keep climbing and farming those characters. So I will see you next time. I think between now and the next video I'm gonna do a restart, maybe some maintenance on this computer. The video quality is running a little bit delayed from what I can see, so just gonna do some maintenance and see if I can improve any of that. Thanks very much, and I'll see you later.